Good evening, guys. I am so glad that you are here with me tonight. Listen, I just wanted to talk with y'all just a little bit more so than just be motivational tonight. Because sometimes I just want to have a good old conversation with you. I want you to know this that you do not have to accept the way that we have been living in the world, but particularly in America. You don't have to accept that. Now, I know that we have been taught backwards. We really have been taught backwards. I know that some things that we should have been taught, we were not taught. I also know that that was a deliberate action. Now, listen, you do not have to accept the way that you have been living. I'm going to try to calm down and get myself together because I want you to know something. For number one, the devil is trying so very hard to get this nation outside of the will of God. He is putting forth every possible word, campaign, marketing, influential people, everything that he possibly can to flatter us, to make us feel a certain kind of way, to sell a lie to us. I want you to know that some folks think that we don't have the sense that God has given us. They feel that because we don't have as many things that we're dumb and we are stupid. But I want you to know tonight that all the power lies in your hands. And the reason why that power lies in your hands, the way it be lying in your hands, the way it be lying in your hands, is because you are in the master's hands. And I want you to listen to me tonight that this country was built one nation under God. Under God we trust. If you think about the will of God, it is the total opposite of what has been going on in the world over here. And the enemy wants to use people on large platforms, influential people, the celebrities, and some of everything else to push an agenda. And if you think that we have been living real bad over the past few years, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because I want you to understand that the devil is a liar and he is a deceiver. He is the father of all lies. And I want you to also know that this country over here is being observed from everyone else because it's so out of control over here. It's no way that a nation can continue to stand if a nation is divided. And it's also no way that a nation could be divinely protected if it is opposing the will of God. See, it's the will of God that keeps you safe. It's the will of God that gives you an overall immunity. It's the will of God that gives you ideas and it will cause you to continue to thrive. But it is no way. It doesn't matter how much money a person has, how much influence a person has. If a person is wicked and everything they say is wicked and everything they do is wicked, baby, you can see the fruit of wicked. If they don't care anything about you and they don't care anything about these borders over here, they don't care anything about stuff being overly inflated over here. If they don't care about that now, they ain't gonna care about that later. And it's time for us as a people to come together because I want you to know that the enemy wants to separate us. He wants to create a division. And it's time for us as the children of the Most High, the called children, the chosen children of the Most High to come together. So therefore, if you're one with God, if you are intelligent, if you have the power that you know that He has given you according to His word, if you stand in the truth of God, not in my truth, not in the world's truth, but in the truth of God, if you remain just committed to what God has put you here to do, they don't like it. They consider that a threat because the devil runs this world. The fleshly things belongs to Satan, but spiritual things belong to God. And God wanted me to reach out tonight to remind you, don't fall for the okie doke. People bank on your ignorance, your lack of knowledge. They bank on that. They look forward to it. They get in their little meetings and they giggle about how stupid we can be. But at this time, though, I'm so excited because I know that God has just spiritually awakened all of us. It doesn't matter if you're brown, if you're black, if you're white, or whatever your skin tone may be, it's your spirit that has been awakened by the Spirit of the Most High. And I just say that we need to stand then. We need to stand in righteousness. We need to stand in holiness. We need to stand in what is right to do. We need to stand in what's not really popular to do. We need to understand that the road is broad on the way to just living in this world, but it's in a narrow road when it comes to living for the things of God. It's nothing that anybody can say to me about anything. It's what is right to do. It's scared as hell. Do you think it is by coincidence that the power has been shifted back to the chosen people? Do you think it's by a coincidence that we are coming together because we love God? We are tired of being gaslit as a nation.